So here we are, basics of document object model, in short DOM. And this is what you will hear very often about DOM. DOM is basically a tree of HTML elements, and we'll be also exploring this in a code very soon. Understanding the document object model is very important. That's basically a fundament for not only HTML but also web development. You can kind of name it's a programming interface for HTML but also XML, which is outside of this course, but we already mentioned XML, so I'm referring to again. And so basically it's not only HTML specific, but in HTML it happens it's the most wide use, how to say it. And it basically defines the logical structure of documents and the way documents are accessed, manipulated, how they're positioned between each other. What I can say more, actually one image can say more than many words, so that's why let's take a look on the slide. And here you can see document object model for our sample application. On the top there is doctype HTML, you already know from the previous class. Right below there is HTML, so there is a structure, hierarchy. On the top is the most important, then we are going down HTML, we are going more down each head and body. If you remember, when head ends, body starts, so basically those are independent nodes. And under head we had a title, we had a meta, and you can also find more things. For body we had, for example, H2, we had a paragraph, and on this picture we can see there's a script. So basically that's what DOM is about, is a representation of your HTML tags, of your HTML code. And for that we have a very sample code. We'll be exploring the DOM. This is the sample site, and the code is here. So what we have here is sorry for that. We have doctype, HTML, head is closing, title, link inside for style sheets, and body with H1, P2, and the only one difference from previous examples that we also have a button which has some kind of a logic in a script.js. We can take a look in CSS, the same styling we had in the previous example, and in the script it's something more complicated, but basically when I click the button, the colors change. So it's a JavaScript and it gives you some interaction. I will come to that later. Let's explore the DOM, how we can do that. When you are on the site, you can right click of your mouse and then click inspect, and then you will see elements. I really recommend using Chrome because that's the most mature browser for developers. I already mentioned this at the beginning, but I will stress it out. And here we can see the DOM. We have doctype HTML on the top, then there is HTML, head, there is a title, there is link. Those scripts are CodeSandbox specific, so please ignore those two. And then in body we have our H1 tag, we have paragraph, and we have button, and we have a script. So this is basically a DOM, what you can see here. There is no magic. DOM is basically a structure of your HTML in a tree-like structure. That's it. So this was very short class, and it will also conclude our section. And in the next section, we'll be learning about the basic structure of an HTML document, and I definitely want to see you there.